In the distant village of Zivani, hidden amidst picturesque hills, lived two inseparable twin sisters, Aqua and Amma, who were admired by all. Their beauty was legendary, and wherever they went, people turned to gaze at them in awe. With each passing year, their bond only grew stronger. From childhood, they did everything together, working in the fields, carrying water, and playing in the meadows. But as they matured, their beauty intensified, drawing the attention of every young man, especially Prince Jomo, the heir to the village throne. The prince found himself particularly enchanted by Amma. Every morning, as Amma went to the river to fetch water, Jomo would secretly meet her. They would spend hours talking, laughing, and sharing stories, and their affection for each other deepened with each passing day. Aqua, ever the devoted sister, always accompanied Amma on these trips, patiently waiting by the river, content that her sister was spending time with the prince. She entertained herself with games with other villagers, always supporting Amma and her growing infatuation. But everything began to change when their stepmother, Nana, discovered the secret meetings between Amma and the prince. Having long harbored disdain for the twins, Nana saw an opportunity to sow discord between them. She began whispering poisonous thoughts into Aqua's ear, planting the idea that once Amma became queen, she would no longer pay attention to her sister. Though Aqua tried to ignore these words, over time, she could no longer overlook the changes. Amma began leaving earlier and earlier, leaving Aqua alone at home to meet with the prince by the river. Aqua silently watched as the bond between her sister and the prince grew stronger, and the painful realization gnawed at her heart. Jealousy and doubt slowly consumed Aqua, and she felt abandoned. She didn't want to hurt Amma, but a dark plan began to form in her heart. Aqua decided to seduce Prince Jomo, thinking that if she won his heart, it would restore the balance between her and Amma. This was her way of regaining her sister's attention. One day, Aqua went to the palace, claiming she had urgent news about Amma. The worried and curious prince led her to his chambers. There, in the silence of the room, Aqua's plan came to fruition. She seduced the prince. That night, they were together, and as Aqua left the palace the next morning, she felt a mix of triumph and guilt. The prince, filled with regret, didn't know how to face Amma. Neither Aqua nor the prince knew that this single act would set off a chain of events that would forever change their lives and the village. In the days that followed, the bond between the sisters became strained. The village, quick to notice change, began to gossip. The once inseparable sisters were now pulling away from each other, and Aqua's secret was slowly beginning to reveal itself. It soon became impossible for Aqua to hide her secret. Her body betrayed the truth. She was pregnant. The village, ever observant, soon noticed it. Amma, shocked, felt a mix of emotions, surprise and worry for her sister. But this was not the only secret that would soon come to light. Amma also discovered that she was pregnant. The revelation came when Prince Jomo, unable to carry the burden of guilt, confessed his affair with Aqua to Amma. Amma's world shattered. The two people she loved most, her sister and the prince, had betrayed her. The village elders, hearing of this scandal, were faced with a difficult decision that would affect the entire village. According to tradition, when a prince fathered children by two women, he was required to marry both to uphold the honor of his lineage. After much deliberation, the elders decided that Prince Jomo must marry both sisters to preserve the traditions and honor of the village. The twin wedding was unlike any the village had ever seen. It was a bittersweet event filled with mixed emotions. Amma and Aqua, once inseparable, now stood together as brides, caught in a complex web of love, betrayal, and family duty. Years passed, and Prince Jomo ascended to the throne. On that very day, Aqua gave birth to a son, while Amma bore a daughter. According to tradition, the queen who had given birth to a prince enjoyed immense respect, a fact that only deepened the bitterness in Amma's heart. Despite the tension between them, both sisters attempted to rebuild their relationship for the sake of their children. The palace, once a symbol of unity, now echoed with the silent whispers of the past. As the children grew, unaware of the secrets and the pain that had brought them into this world, time continued its relentless march. But as with all secrets, the truth was destined to be exposed, and it happened at a moment of great significance. When Aqua's son, the young prince, turned 20, it was time for him to undergo the sacred ceremony that marked his royal lineage. The entire village gathered, their eyes fixed on Quaim, the young prince, who stood ready to undergo the sacred rite, symbolizing his transition into adulthood. This ritual wasn't just a coming of age, it was a holy moment meant to confirm the prince's rightful place in the royal bloodline. But as Quaim began the ritual, something unprecedented occurred. The ceremony, passed down through generations of princes, began to falter. What had always been an impeccable rite failed. Confusion and unease rippled through the village. Quaim tried again, his confidence slipping with each failed attempt, and the air grew heavy with silence. After 3 unsuccessful tries, a sense of dread settled over the crowd. The village elders, deeply troubled, turned to Yara, the village seer renowned for her wisdom and spiritual connection. After careful reflection, Yara revealed the source of the problem. It wasn't the prince's fault. Rather, it was due to a hidden truth, a secret that disrupted the spiritual balance of the kingdom. This secret was known only to the queen. When the eyes of the entire village turned to Aqua, the queen, her resolve crumbled. Overcome with guilt and the weight of the truth, Aqua confessed. Standing before the village, her voice trembling, tears streaming down her face, she made the astonishing revelation. The children had been switched at birth. "I must confess a truth that has tormented me for so long," Aqua sobbed. "The night we gave birth, in a moment of weakness and envy, I made a terrible decision. The children, they were switched at birth. The child I raised as the prince is truly Amma's son, and the princess is my daughter." This revelation shook the village to its core. Amma, stunned by the magnitude of the betrayal, felt a profound loss for the years she had missed with her true son. The king, overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, could hardly bear the truth. Aqua, racked with guilt and shame, fled the village. Her departure was sudden and tragic, leaving behind a legacy of regret and a family torn apart by her actions. She disappeared into the dense forest that bordered the village, her future uncertain, but her deeds forever etched in the hearts of those who knew her. With the truth now revealed, Amma's son stepped forward to perform the sacred ritual. This time, the ceremony was completed successfully, restoring balance and honor to the royal bloodline. Though the village still grappled with the shock of what had transpired, they could finally breathe a sigh of relief, knowing that order had been restored. Amma, now reunited with her true son, faced the daunting task of building a relationship that had been lost for many years. The king, despite the deep pain from the betrayal, stood by Amma, offering his support as she prepared her son for his future responsibilities. The young prince and princess, now aware of their true heritage, adapted to their new realities with the resilience of youth. Reflecting on the events that had unfolded, the king initiated reforms within the kingdom to strengthen familial bonds and prevent such tragedies from occurring again. He realized that the strength of the kingdom didn't lie solely in its traditions, but in the honesty and integrity of its people. As for Aqua, her fate remained a mystery. Some say she wandered far from the village, living a solitary life, forever haunted by her actions. Others believe she found redemption in a distant land, learning to forgive herself and start anew. Her story became a cautionary tale, one about the dangers of envy and the importance of truth. In the end, the tale of Amma, Aqua, and the royal family became a story of forgiveness, growth, and the enduring power of familial bonds. It served as a testament to the fact that, even in the darkest times, there is always a path toward light and reconciliation. And so the village moved forward, holding on to its traditions while embracing the lessons learned from the past, ensuring that the future would be brighter for all.